Alright guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'll be explaining how you can learn Framer the fastest way in 2024. So if you're a beginner, there's essentially two different elements that you'll have to consider when you're learning Framer. One is just learning the interface of Framer itself and how it works, and the other one is learning the principles of web design. Now for both, I recommend obviously you watch all the videos. There's loads of resources on the Framer website and on YouTube and other platforms. And the same goes with web design. Now, there's one way, more of like an interactive way, that will work better. But before going into more detail, let me just introduce myself. My name is Pablo. I do websites and landing pages for service businesses. So whether you be a roofer, plumber, lawyer, or any other type of business that sells services, make sure to check out the links in the description below and book a call with me. The worst thing that can happen is that you walk away with some free value. Okay, let's jump straight into it. So the best way to learn Framer really, and also web design principles actually, is just to go on Framer's free template marketplace. And that's where we are right now. So they just updated the design of their marketplace. Now you're going to go on here, you're going to select free because you don't want to pay for a template just to learn, right? I mean, obviously you can do it if you want, but some of them are pretty expensive. You're just going to select whichever template you like most. Let me check. Which one? I like this one. I'll take this one. I'll go with this one. You just click on it. You click use for free. Copy project to my account. Gonna wait a bit. And then gonna select where you want to put it in. I'll put it into here and I'll add it as inspiration. My team inspiration. Okay, perfect. So once you're on the website, the first thing you're going to do is you're just going to check the whole structure, right? So you're going to go into layers first, here on the left. You're going to check how the website is structured. If you see this little kind of like cross, that means that there's an effect on it. And this means that the website has a scroll section name. Yeah, features. Here, they can be attached to buttons in the navigation bar. But most importantly, you're just going to start checking all the settings, right? So the breakpoints, what's the width of the breakpoint? What's the height? Where do they have stacks? Where are frames? How large are the different elements? What's the size of the header? For example, here we see that the size is 56. He used font Inter, bold. What's the sizing between the elements? The gap here, 24. And you're just going to check basically all the different sections like this, okay? Here, for example, there's a little variant. There's pictures that they inserted. You can also check the size of the pictures, the max width that they included. Here's a little very simple bento grid. The testimonials as well, so you can check out the testimonial card, how they structured it, the width again, the font size, this little scribble here. You can also check this, edit component. And that way you'll be able to learn actually quite a few things, right? So you can also check the different breakpoints. As you can see, there's also a phone breakpoint and a tablet breakpoint. Now, I recommend doing this really repeatedly, right? And once you check these templates out, I recommend you try to replicate them from scratch. That way you learn the most. And you can even do that with websites that, for example, don't have a template available, right? So the way you can do this, and there's a little parentheses here, you cannot do it with all websites. With certain framework templates, it will not be available. And sometimes it's a bit laggy, it doesn't work that well. But if you want to go, for example, and you want to check out a website, I don't know, what website, the Stripe website, for example. This is always an example that comes up quite a bit. Okay, this website here, right? The way you can do it is very simple. You download first, you add on your Google Chrome extension the Framer to HTML or the HTML to Framer Chrome extension. You can just Google it and add it to your Chrome extensions if you're using Chrome. And then you can start like copy pasting different elements, okay? So you can, I don't know, you can copy this image, for example. Let's see. Oh wait, the whole thing maybe, can we? Let's try with this one first here. Okay. Then you go into Framer. You start a new project. And you just click Command V, and then you have it here. Okay. So that way you can check here again the fonts they used, Inter, Light, the color, the spacing of everything, the radius. All of these things you can check out by using the HTML to Framer extension. Now, keep in mind, it will not always work well. Sometimes you will select certain elements and it will not be reflected very well into your Framer account. Now, another thing you can do to learn actually is also use, for example, this Chrome extension here. I think it's called What Font, yeah. And here you can check really what font they used. So Sonvar, you can, if you click on it, you can also check the size, 18 pixel, the weight, the color, etc., etc. So this, for example, if you really want to get inspiration from a specific website and you want to use, for example, the same font or font size or font color, you can just use What Font Chrome extension and just, you know, hover over it and then get the font for your own website as well. This is basically it. So really try to really find templates you like, try to replicate them from scratch. If you're a beginner, do not use components because you still have to master the fundamentals. Components you can use once you get better at it and you want to kind of like speed up your workflow, then you can start using components. But before that, I just recommend doing everything from scratch and just practice, watch videos, but most importantly, really spend time with Framer and see how things work. If you have questions, you can always go to the Framer community. Everyone's super helpful and everyone usually always gets a response. So if you're really stuck with something and you absolutely have no clue how to continue, just ask a question in the community and they'll help you out. All right. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave me a like, leave me a subscribe, and see you next time.